I used to play with Barbies, but I used to decapitate them. I used to take their heads off and then dye their hair and do weird things.
How do you feel about being in London?
I've filmed in London before. I stayed here for a couple of months. It's been a while since I've been back, but I'm happy to be here, and the fans are really receptive and really excited, so that makes me happy.
Shame there's no sunshine though for you this evening.
But there was sunshine earlier today. I almost cried a tear of joy when I landed and there was sun everywhere.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I've got some questions from our viewers.
Okay.
Lee wanted to ask you about your tattoos. You've got really cool tattoos. What's your favourite one and why?
I think the poem on my ribs, and just because I love looking at it. It's the most interesting place that I have a tattoo so far.
Okay, and then Jack also said, Megan, you're really hot.
Thank you, Jack.
How do you stay in shape?
I just
Max Jack into the camera.
Thanks, Jack. I just started doing yoga, so I'm gonna get in shape like that.
Hey Megan, I heard in your press conference today you were saying you get embarrassed and people keep saying you look beautiful and gorgeous. How did you find filming all those sort of raunchy scenes then?
Well, I don't have to look at myself when I do that, so it doesn't bother me. I just do it, Michael shoots it, and then I never have to see it. It's when I have to look at myself that I get embarrassed.
And the use of the L word, now your two characters, I love it, it's kind of cute. In real life, are you okay with this?
With saying I love you? For sure, but I'm never the first one to say it.
I like that. And then you and Shia, good friends?
We're very good friends, yes.
How are you? Good to see you again. We were in Cairo last time. Very excited to film this movie in Egypt. And Jordan, tell us about your impression.
I mean, that's a place that we don't, as actors, we don't get to go. We don't get to travel. I mean, we shoot in Canada. Sometimes we shoot in Louisiana. Shooting in Egypt is not a common place to get to see, and it was amazing. I feel really lucky.
Do you think that, the conjunction of special effects and real places made it very real for you in terms of experience?
Oh, for sure. I think the fact that all those explosions, all those bombs are real, so that it's not really hard to fake a reaction when a bomb is going off right next to your face.
Does that add to the adrenaline that you feel on the set when there's so much going on?
Yeah, because they also can't reset, so you get a one shot to do it the right way, and if you screw up, you just cost the movie a bunch of money.
Good pictures out there.
Yeah, it's flattering, it's flattering.
There's a lot of little kids dressed as robots.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm an 80s baby, so I understand it. If I wasn't in this movie, I'd be out here dressed like a robot. Maybe not out here, but back in LA.
Actually, when you were little, what was your favourite toy?
Transformers. Not just because they're paying me to say that, really. It was like, I had Transformers, I was into Michael Jackson, Yogi Bear, I had the gray Game Boy with the purple buttons. It's just 80s kid stuff.
Now, I heard a really good thing about you filming on a big Navy ship with Megan, and she had to have a bodyguard, is that true?
Well, yeah, I mean, these men were, we filmed on the USS Stennis. There's 50,000 men that have been at sea for 6 to 7 months. And Megan Fox lands, and it becomes a scene. Nice to meet you.
Are you enjoying this tour?
Yeah, I love it. It's amazing.
You know what? Listen,
Hi there.
it was like nothing I've ever experienced in my life.
Live interview, radio.
Love is love. And,
How long do you need?
Ramon!
I'm happy, I'm honored to be
Solid, man.
Say, James, it's an
Hello,
absolutely
good.
gorgeous, sunny
Let's go.
festival.
Good.
It's raining, and we had a clap of thunder.
Bro, Mike's all up in it.
Wait.
We'll talk about it. You great?
This evening, I'm joined now by, well, let's face it, one of the main stars of Transformers. I'm not going to introduce him though, because I've heard so many people pronounce his name so many different ways, so I'm going to let him do it himself, so go on.
Hi, I'm Shia
And the surname, that's the important bit.
LaBeouf.
Okay, fantastic. Where does the name come from?
My parents. My first name is my grandfather's name. That's Jewish tradition, and the last name is misspelled French name. My grandma was a beatnik lesbian poet in the 50s. She was exiled from her family. She just changed up the spelling and moved to Cali.
Fantastic. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's quite an interesting name. It's certainly more interesting than mine, it's fair to say.
Well, what's yours?
It's Tim John.
Tim John. Where's that come from?
From Wales somewhere, I think. That's probably best where it's left. Now, what do you make of your London premiere? I know we haven't got the sunshine. We did a little bit earlier. It's a bit wet, but are you excited to be here?
I mean, it's the people. It's the energy. We just got back from Japan, where everyone's very respectful and they're happy to see the film, but it's just a different vibe. Here, it's just explosive.
And about the film itself, I understand that you sustained some pretty physical injuries and nearly went blind while you were filming.
Yeah. Among other things, it's an action movie. You know, it's they're intense movies to make, and rightfully so.
And did you buff up quite a lot to do this part?
No, I'm not playing like a samurai. I'm playing an ordinary guy with in an extraordinary situation.
You're very young. You've had some great parts in some very good, very respectable movies.
Right.
How are you coping with that fame?
I'm enjoying it because with it comes opportunities, and I love what I do, and I love the people that I work with. So I'm just the luckiest dude in the world, man.
And what about Megan Fox? Because I have to say, that's something to boast all your friends about, isn't it? Working alongside such a beautiful woman.
Absolutely, man. She's a real vision. She's a spectacle of a person.
Excellent, Shia. Lovely to speak to you. Thank you very much. There you go, James, from a very